Hello everyone. In this session, we're gonna see if we create a user in the pluggable database, is this user able to create session? And if this user is not able to create session, what is the privilege that we have to give to this user to create session? After creating session, if this user tries to create a table, will this user be able to create a table? And if this user is not able to create the table, what is the privilege that we have to give to this user to create the table? After creating the table, is this user able to insert the values into it? If the user is not able to insert the values into it, what is the privilege or what kind of the quota we have to give to this user to be able to insert the values into a table? Yes, there are so many concepts that we have to discuss. See, when we create a user, the user is not actually able to create the session. We need to give create session privilege to the user. That is one thing. After getting create session privilege, user will be able to create the session, but user will not be able to insert any value into the tables created by this. If we have a user named Vrinda and if we create a table by the name V, suppose we are creating a table V, Vrinda user creates a table V, Vrinda user will not be able to insert any value into the table V just because of the table space. Yes, there is the default table space called users in Oracle 19c for every user into the pluggable database PDB, right? If the user tries to insert the value into the table, will not be able to insert the value because of the limitations. Because no privilege has been given to the default table space users to this particular user, right? So in this particular session, we're gonna learn how do we make a user work perfectly so that it can create a table, it can insert the values into the table as well. So I'm taking you to the screen, guys, so that we can see the entire things practically. So now we are on the screen, guys, and I have been connected with the DB credentials to the Oracle 19c server, right? And I have came across the SQL prompt, right? So first we need to check whether we have been logged into the container database or the pluggable database. To check, I just have to run this statement as show con_name. So yes, we are into the container database, and here from within the container database we can get access to all the pluggable databases. So first we need to check what is the status of the pluggable databases, and we have checked that Oracle PDB pluggable database is into the read-write mode. So we can move into it and start performing the operations there. As a DBA, we can definitely move into the Oracle PDB database if it is into the read-write mode. So I need to run the command alter session set container is equal to Oracle PDB. We have been logged into this particular pluggable database. So now if we check show con name, we are into the pluggable database. So here in this particular pluggable database, we need to create a user and we have to start giving the privileges to that user so that it can start performing work on the entire database within the pluggable databases into its session, whatever the privileges will be given as per the requirement, right? So now what we have to do is we need to create a user. Create user. Suppose we are creating a user by the name Vrinda, identified by Winnie. Right, so in this particular statement we are trying to create a user Vrinda and the password for that user will be Winnie, identified by Winnie means we are trying to. Now in this pluggable database we have a user by the name Vrinda, the password is Winnie, but this user will not be able to log in because the create session privilege has not been granted to this user yet. Let's give it a try. If we try to get connected with the user, we need to run this statement as connect username / its password and the database name, that is Oracle PDB. So this user has been created in the Oracle PDB pluggable database but will not be able to create session because user Vrinda lacks create session privileges. Yes, you're going to get this error 1045 or a 1045 error comes when the user is not having the rights to create session and you try to log in with that. So now this user has not been given the rights to create session, so we need to go to the DBA again. We need to run the statement as connect. Sys is the DBA, its password, add is DBA, and we directly wanted to move towards the pluggable database, so we're going to write it as ORCLTDB. Right, so we have been connected to the pluggable database as a DBA. Now we need to give rights to this user Vrinda. What rights? To create session. So we need to run the command as grant create session to Vrinda. So now in this command we are giving the create session privileges to user Vrinda. Now Vrinda user has the rights to create session. Now if we try to log in with the Vrinda user will be able to connect, right? So without having the create session privileges, user will not be able to connect, right? So now what else this user will be able to do? This user will not be able to perform any other operation because only create session privilege has been given to this user. So if we try to create a table by this user, I mean if the user has been connected and if we try to create table, let's suppose V, and we are just taking a single column SN1 giving the data type as number, the user will not be able to create the table because user has not been granted the privilege to create table here. That's an error. Insufficient privileges 1031. The error code 1031 always comes when you try to perform an operation that you have not been granted yet, right? So we need to go to the DB again. We need to create the session of the DB again and need to give the privilege to create table as well. So now here we are granting the privilege to this user to create table. How do you do that? Grant create table to Vrinda. Now Vrinda user has the privileges to create table, right? So now if we create the session by the user Vrinda and try to create table. See, earlier user was not able to create session because this user was not having the rights to create a session. The DBA has given the rights. So the user started creating session, to connect. That user was not able to create the table because it was not having the rights to create table. Now DB has granted the privilege to create table to this particular user. Now user has been logged in and trying to create the table, but now also user will not be able to insert the values in the table but will be able to create the table. Getting the point? The point is user will be able to create the table. When I hit enter, the table will be created. Like this, table has been created. But if you try to insert a value in this table, the user will not be able to insert any value in the table. And the reason behind this is the table space. Let's check whether we are able to insert the values in this particular table. Insert into V. V was the name of the table that was created by this user Vrinda. And if we try to insert certain values into it, like this. No privileges on table space users. As I said, this is ORA 1950. This error of Oracle comes when you do not have any privileges on the table space. See, whenever we insert any type of values, any value into the table, the values moves to the table space, right? And if you have not created any kind of a table space, the default table space that is given by Oracle for the users to put the data into, it is users. USERS. Users is the name of the table space. That is the default table space where the data inserted by the user will move, right? So there is the users table space already created with the Oracle 19C version as well. But this user Vrinda is not having any privileges on the table space users. So this user will not be able to insert any value in any of its table, right? Because the values will move to the users table space and this user is not having any privileges to work upon the users table space. What kind of a privileges we need to give to this user to work upon this particular table space? See, this is about quota. Quota means a space that will be allocated to this particular user Vrinda to put its data. Right, so currently no quota has been assigned to the user Vrinda to put all its data into the default table space users. So now we move to the DB again and DBA will allocate a quota on users table space to Vrinda user. One more time, DBA will allocate some quota on user's table space to Vrinda user, so that Vrinda user can put its data into the user's table space. And how the DB is going to do that? By using this command: alter user Vrinda quota. How much quota you want to give? Suppose 5 MB. So you need to write 5 M on users. So this command will give 5 MB quota on user's table space to Vrinda user. So now Vrinda user will be able to put 5 MB of data into the user's table space. If you want to increase or decrease the quota, you can do that, but you can decrease the quota only up to the limit, right? That is greater than or equal to the current data inserted by the user into that particular table space. Suppose user has already inserted 3 MB data into the table space users, so you cannot decrease the size that is less than 3 MB, because 3 MB data has already been inserted by the user in that table space, right? Or else, the command to decrease or increase, it's simple. The same command: alter user Vrinda quota 6 M on user. So now the quota of Vrinda user on this table space users will be increased, and it will be 6 MB. Now if you want to give unlimited quota to this user on user's table space, you can write unlimited. If you write unlimited, means Vrinda user will be able to access whole or a part or the remaining size available into the user's table space, because the quota is unlimited. Whatever size is available into user's table space can be consumed by Vrinda user, because unlimited quota has been given to this user, right? So this was the command to give the quota to the user. Now if you get back to the session of Vrinda user and try to insert the values, now you will be able to insert the value into that. The table name was V. Insert into V values 100. Done. User will be able to insert the values into that. That was one case. User, after getting the privilege of creating a table, will not be able to insert values into the table because of the table space problem. So you need to give DBA need to give the quota on user's table space, that is the default table space, also to that user, so that user can start inserting the values into that. Right? Now you are logged in with the Vrinda user. Suppose you try to drop this user. Suppose you try to drop that user. Drop user Vrinda. One point to be noticed here: who is trying to drop Vrinda user? User Vrinda itself. Suicide attempt not allowed. Any user cannot drop to itself. No user can drop to itself, right? So if you're gonna do that, you're gonna face an error. Ora 1031, insufficient privileges, right? So that's the error. Insufficient privilege, because no user has the privilege to drop itself. But DBA can do that. DBA can do that. So if I get connected with the DBA, here it is, right? I have been connected with the DBA. Now DBA runs the command as drop user Vrinda. DBA can definitely drop the user. Any of the user can be dropped by the DBA, but there are two cases. If the user is already logged into any of the machine into the network, the user cannot be dropped if the session is already running. Second case, if any of the object created by the user exists, if any of the object like table, view, sequence, synonym, whatever is created by the user, if it exists into the schema of the user cannot be dropped directly. So here in this situation, a table by the name V has been created by Vrinda user into this schema, into this particular schema of this pluggable database. So Vrinda user cannot be dropped directly, because the object created by Vrinda user still exists into the database, into this schema. Right? So what's going to happen? It's going to give you an error. Cascade must be specified to drop user Vrinda. See the error. Cascade must be specified to drop Vrinda. That is 1922 error. It simply means if you are, this error will come to you when you try to drop a user whose objects are still there into this schema. Right? So what is the way out? First option, to drop the object of the user first, then try to drop the user. Second, you drop the user along with all its objects. And how do you do that? Just specify cascade. Drop user with the cascade means you are trying to drop the user this time with all its objects. So now the user will be dropped along with all its objects. This command will take little more time, because this command is performing three operations. One operation is to check the objects of the user. Second operation is to delete, drop all the objects, and the third operation is to drop the user itself. So now the user has been dropped. Right? So when you create a user, the user is not having the privilege to create session even. You need to give the rights to create session to the user. When you try to create the table by that user, table will be created, but the user will not be able to insert any value into that, just because of the quota has not been assigned to the user on the default table space. Right? Once you give that, then only user will be able to insert the values into it. If user tries to drop itself, will not be able to do that. Right? And when DBA tries to drop the user, no object of the user should be existing into the schema, or just specify cascade so that the user will be dropped along with all its objects. Right? So this was the thing that we were supposed to discuss in this particular video. That was the scope of this video. In the next video, we're going to see the different other kind of the privileges that is to be given to the users, and we're going to discuss about the hierarchy of the privileges as well into the next video. Till then, take care of yourself. And guys, if you are enjoying these video, please subscribe the channel, like the videos, and press the bell icon button so that you can get notifications on time and we get motivated. Thank you so much.